What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. After several delays, Venom 2 Let There Be Carnage will finally be released in theaters this upcoming weekend. In honor of the occasion, today's episode will be a review for the first film, Venom. Venom was released in 2018. It was distributed by Sony Pictures. It was directed by Ruben Fleischer and starred Tom Hardy, Michelle Williams, and Riz Ahmed. The story revolves around Eddie Brock, an investigative journalist whose career was destroyed after he attempted to expose some criminal activity of Carlton Drake, the CEO of the Life Foundation. In a second attempt to expose the truth about Carlton Drake, he infiltrates the Life Foundation facility and is bonded with an alien symbiote known as Venom. Now, before I give you my overall thoughts, just a quick heads up that there will be mild spoilers in this review. But with that out of the way, let's get started. I enjoyed Venom okay. I didn't hate it, and I thought it was fun and amusing at times. But even though I had fun watching it, unfortunately I did not find this to be a very impressive film overall. I'll start with what I liked about it. The biggest thing I enjoyed about this film was the appearance of the symbiotes, like Venom or Riot. With the exception of the big white spider in the middle of his chest, Venom was pretty accurate to his comic book counterpart, with the immense size, strength, agility, scary sharp teeth, and long creepy voice and tongue, and the film even stayed true to the weaknesses of a symbiote, such as fire and intense noise. I still wish we got the iconic Venom logo, but still, it's definitely an improvement to what we got in Spider-Man 3. I also enjoyed the final fight between Venom and Riot, and I like some of the imagery as we see the two symbiotes literally tear each other apart, or tear the other off from one of their hosts, and I like getting to see glimpses of Eddie and Carlton Drake fighting while Venom and Riot are duking it out at the same time. I also enjoyed the score to this film by composer Ludwig Göransson. I thought it was a great mix of haunting, eerie, suspense, sci-fi, and thriller, with some hints of syncopated beats here and there, and so far my favorite track is Venom's Rampage. Now on to what I didn't enjoy about this film. I thought Venom, both the film and the story, was contained in a way. Had it been longer and especially darker, then there would be more potential for this to be a better movie. The violence in this film was very contained. I understand the studio was conforming to a PG-13 rating, but the rating did affect the plausibility in a way, as there were certain injuries or deaths in this film that would have been, from my understanding, more gruesome than what was portrayed. For example, we see Venom literally eat people's heads off their body, and there was little to no blood in those scenes. As a whole, the story was very bland and so-so. And on a more personal note, as a Spider-Man fan, while I believe Sony did the best that they could do by giving us Venom's origin without Spider-Man, I just didn't think it was the same, especially since a major part of the character Venom in general is heavily influenced by Spidey. But I did appreciate the occasional Easter eggs to the other characters from the Spider-Man comics. In regards to the cast, I'm going to just discuss the performance of both the hero/anti-hero and the villain. Overall, Tom Hardy did decently well with the role of both Brock and Venom. He played off the concept of being overwhelmed pretty well as he struggled to maintain normal conversation with others while Venom is screaming in his head at the same time. But there were a couple of moments where it did go a little over the top in my opinion. Riz Ahmed played the role of Carlton Drake/Riot, and while he's a good actor, I just unfortunately did not find him intimidating as a villain. And other than the fact that he's willing to experiment with the symbiotes with homeless people as test subjects, I feel like his character's intimidation relied mostly on his wealth and authority. Again, while this film was not the greatest, I do consider it to be fun, but that's probably the best compliment I could give this film, other than it's not the worst comic book film out there. Personally, I would consider this movie just to be an occasional guilty pleasure. I wouldn't be opposed to watch it again, but it definitely won't be anytime soon. I'm going to give Venom, at best, a C-. Hey, thank you all so much. I hope that you found this review helpful. And if you did, please consider hitting that like button, and please consider subscribing to my channel if you'd like to stay updated for more of my content. Now please stay tuned, because in a few days I'll be giving you my review of Venom 2 Let There Be Carnage. But until then, as always guys, thank you all so much for all your continued support, and have a great one.